What's going on, Port fans? Welcome back to another video on the channel, and today we're going to be talking about Ben Rutten and his appointment of GM of football at the Port Adelaide Football Club. He's the footy boss of Port Adelaide, basically, and we'll be covering all bases for Port Adelaide heading into the new season. And a hell of an appointment, one that took me by surprise. Definitely a left field decision. This one, and a choice that I did not see coming. I think many of us were very surprised of this result, and also very surprised at the timing. I definitely thought this would have taken a little bit longer, and although it was stated by the club that they have taken a thorough approach, and we are nearing November and getting closer and closer to the start of pre-season. You sort of want all your roles down packed and locked in, and Ben Rutten's been given the opportunity, and one that I see him definitely taking on with a lot of ideas and a lot of good structures, and with some good people around him. I think he's going to do a fantastic job, in my opinion, and one that I think, this role is so overlooked in terms of the importance of how significant it is for the football club. And he's been a part of, obviously, an Essendon outlook. He's been part of a Richmond outlook, and two vastly different sort of environments, and one that I think in Essendon he was definitely not supported and treated quite poorly. And in Richmond's significance, he's been a part of the back end of a very successful period as an assistant coach, and then also was the head of coaching and development at the club from 2023 as well. So for him to be given this opportunity definitely seeks a lot of approval. And I think from the standpoint of, a new coach with Josh Carr, Shuey Ju, and the likes that have joined the club, and a real restructure of the football department, it's been an overhaul, hasn't it? It's been one that we didn't really see coming, I guess. But then as soon as the likes of Chad Corns was announced that he wasn't going to be renewed for 2026, the seeds were planted. And then you get the significance of Shuey Ju coming across and being senior assistant coach, and also being part of the midfield. You've got the likes of Jacob Surgeon now joining as the SANFL coach. Hamish Hartlett gets the rise into a development coaching position as well, and many more that have been just restructured. And I love it. I think this is a refreshment of the club. And Ben Rutten, everyone has their perceived opinion on him when it comes to how he was treated and how he was sort of a coach at the Bombers. But what we don't see is what his ability to be in terms of creating a strong footballing culture and footballing a sort of environment, I guess. He's been given this a completely different role to what he's had before, but everyone starts somewhere, and I feel like he's going to really take on some strong ideas. He's got a great footy IQ, and if you don't know football, if you don't know ball, then you don't know that Ben Rutten has one of the smartest minds, I think, in footy, in terms of the way he knows how football is. He's part of the Adelaide Crows in their successful period, I guess. He was a fantastic defender. He's one of the great footballers of their football club back in the day, and I definitely see him being part of a coaching. Well, he's not really a coach, is he? He's just overseeing all the programs, the AFL women's, and also in the SANFL. So he has input in all areas, and will be, he's basically part of the office, and this is something I really feel like, given the right opportunity to the right person. It goes back to that old saying, especially with Ken back in the day, right place, right time. He wasn't the first person, but he's the best person, for the role. So potentially that could be the case here. And, you can't really judge this type of position as a fan or as someone, it's one of the toughest roles in footy, and you don't really know how it's going to pan out until you start seeing results, you start seeing little implements here and there, and Josh Carr's going to have a heavy involvement in the football department. Shuey Ju's going to have a heavy involvement, and these other key personnel that are part of the group now, they're going to have a key role in moving this club forward. And it's a joint group. It's a whole new refreshment, and I think it's one that to be very excited about going forward. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below, Port fans, about Ben Rutten and what you feel about this position. If there was someone in mind that you felt like could have been part of the panel and so forth. and definitely give me your feedback. I definitely like the decision. I'm optimistic about it. It's not something that's going to be like, oh, Ben Rutten. Oh no, my confidence is dampened now. You know, he's not the one out there on the field. He's not the one, moving the magnets. You know, he's part of the office essentially. You know, and he's going to be an integral part of what we do moving forward. And going by the messaging and the feedback, it seems to be that we've got a great appointment and someone that has a vision and a clear focus, as do the rest of the coaching panel that we've appointed as well. And if they're all on the same page, then anything is possible going forward for Port Adelaide. Thank you for watching, Port fans. Thank you so much for supporting me throughout 2025. We've got plenty more to come throughout the rest of the year. We'll be finishing up just before December to take a bit of a break, but we've got the draft to come, although we're not heavily involved. We've got fixture to come as well. The glass table will be heavily focusing on all of those things as well, and make sure you tune in too. Thank you very much as well for 6,000 subscribers. It's an amazing, achievement, and for such a small channel, and in a sense it's such a niche sort of focus, it's an amazing thing to do and amazing to be part of, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the future holds for the pair for Port Adelaide going into 2026 as well. But thank you so much for watching. My name's Anthony, and as always, come the pair.